So the content gods have officially spoken. They've officially answered my prayers. Superhead Jr., aka Brittany Renner, has a new podcast with a whole bunch of women, but one of those women is none other than JustPearlyThings. Now, listen, before we get started in this content, because I want to review clips of what it is that they're doing up there. Before we get into this content, do understand that 3 years ago, I made content and I said, Brittany Renner needs to have her own podcast, right? Because thoughts need to have a platform to come forth and be thoughts. Okay, the way that they used to be before content creators like myself began to become popular within the space, the thought podcast circuit 5 to 4 years ago was rampant. Then they all went away after facing scrutiny and pressure from content creators. But Brittany Renner now has a new podcast, so I'm thinking to myself, oh, are they coming back? Because of her lack of decency and care for her behaviors and actions, and almost like the sexual Riddler, she revels in her popularity due to her sexuality. She would be the only one in a sea of debaucherous women to actually create long-form content about the bullshit. Now, I don't know. And where there's debauchery, there will I come talking shit about it. Now, I have not gone over the content that has been placed in front of me, but at the same junction, now I do think this is a particularly interesting pairing because while Brittany Renner screams thought or it's okay being a single mother from the mountaintops, let me go to college campuses and scheme on PJ Washingtons from the mountaintops, Pearl does preach anti-thought. And since Pearl was demonetized, it makes sense that she's on other podcasts or other networks, maybe signing deals to get paid for her opinions. Nevertheless, let's get down up in there. Title of the video, Down in the DMs. Pearl Davis and Brittany Renner share their crazy DMs. Look at that, there's a damn eggplant right in the thumbnail. Let's get active. Without further ado.
Down in the DMs.
Jesus.
Some out-of-pocket DMs. We all got them.
Oh, man. Pearl, I feel like you got the most.
I feel like Pearl's DM is probably the craziest.
I think you got the most.
Shut up, Brittany. Without a doubt, Brittany, yours are the most egregious. I can tell you this, I don't even know who these two women are, but I know who you are, and I know how you project yourself online, and like attracts like. If you project easy, you're gonna get dudes just throwing dicks in your face every single morning. I think Pearl's is the craziest. This is like the A student in school trying to tell the C student that they probably got a lower test score than them on a test.
I feel like mine are kind of light. For some reason, people haven't been that mean to me lately.
You're hilarious, like about it. But you know what? I don't be looking at that shit.
I would say.
What's a basic?
Basic.
I hope someone kills you sooner or later. They sent that in January.
Damn.
Luckily, he followed up last Sunday. He said, kill yourself. I was like, should I? No, I'm kidding.
No, people.
And then the other one I got.
Getting death threats or kill yourself requests is absolutely insane. Back when Kevin Samuel was alive, he told me that he received a couple of death threats. And he said it's par for the course when you do content in the style of which he did it. But ones that he received was through email. And to think you have these public social media platforms that, for example, I got banned off of Instagram calling a fat woman, actual fat woman, fat. Meanwhile, you have others that will write literal death threats in your DMs and nothing happens to their accounts. Pearl does say a lot of stupid shit, but nothing to warrant death threats.
God, you are hideous. I cannot describe how ugly you are. It's insane. He's consistent. You should end it all.
Oh my God.
I was like, damn.
I'm so glad you have higher self-esteem than that, Pearl. Because
I mean, I get a lot.
You are mentally strong as hell. Quite honestly, I have nothing in my DMs that can compare to that.
That's not even the worst one. You got
What's the worst one?
I can't. It's not at the top, but I've gotten ones that are like paragraphs. So not only should you kill yourself, but why? And here's point A, B, C, and D. Yeah, it's kind of funny. I don't really,
Wow.
Okay.
Damn.
It's got dark real quick.
I
Brittany,
feel like
what's
mine are
yours?
really light because the stuff I screenshot, again, I'm like, where are all the mean ones when I need them?
But I don't screenshot these shits. I don't even like to look at them.
One of mine is
Right.
hanging 10 inches. I'm sure
Yeah.
you have a desire to be handled once in a while.
Look at her face. She loves it.
Work.
10 inches?
You trying to lay that
I
work?
opened that one.
I cannot.
It doesn't exist.
Oh my.
Now, I know that she's laughing, and usually when I see laughs like this, it's really a guise, right, for her actual feelings and emotions, but this is Brittany Renner. Chick got a witch tattoo right on her arm. She delves into the dark arts of demon serpent woman. But I sincerely wonder if they consider that the child that they will raise at some point will look at content like this and watch their mother double tap on a podcast of what apparently was a 10-inch cock that was sent to her online. I really thought she had an opportunity to do better or to change after that conversation with Andrew Tate, but she's still displaying the same type of behaviors.
Goodness.
I feel like I get a lot of sexual ones.
Yeah.
So
That's what happens, when you be flexing.
Yeah, showing a little bad.
Man.
What's one of yours?
Most of my negative stuff is like not in my DMs. They're just straight to the comments. Like they don't even have to hide in the DMs. They go straight to the comments. But I did get one comment recently that I thought was rather cute.
Oh.
And I think I'll share this one. Go to Dylan and then come back to me so I can pull it back up because I lost it.
Sure.
Okay, so one of the DMs, I actually found it quite endearing.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, I found it endearing. And they were asking me why I didn't play in the NBA.
Oh.
And I'll get questions like that all the time,
That's really
or
stupid.
again the sexual things, or sometimes some creepy things. But again, I don't really. I'm like Caitlyn with it. It's not my business. I don't know. I don't see it. So to me, I thought it was endearing because I was like, oh, thank you. You think you're ignorant, but in my world, I took it as, oh yes, you think that I'm that ballin', that I just basically, went straight to the NBA because I do play men. So thank you.
Yeah.
Very much. I found it endearing.
Okay.
Well,
Does she play in the WNBA? People are asking her why does she didn't play in the NBA because she looks like a man. Is that what she's trying to say?
a video. People didn't like my comments.
Oh,
And
Not the internet.
the internet, and the response was, "You are beyond a joke at this point. Jealousy is radiating from your message. You need to embrace what CC has brought to the game and what comes of it. That's why you're fat."
That's messed up.
Hell nah. Yo, these DMs are crazy. I feel like it'd be
was like,
who's
well,
in my
damn.
DM more than what gets said. That'd be
That's
crazy.
in my mind. I was
Damn.
like, how did my
Does it-
weight get into
Wait.
this?
Is it from their account?
Is it from their accounts?
Oh yeah, this is from their account. This is Cotty 60. So but they do have 739 followers.
Wait, what's that?
Which is
Oh,
more
39 whopping followers.
wait, 739. So a lot more than typical. But Cotty, you just made yourself popular.
You just gotta wonder, y'all. You
Don't
really
worry.
you living rent free in their head.
Don't worry to the guys that give me death threats. I won't expose your ass. I'll still be nice about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. So, and all this craziness out here in the
goodness,
DM. The
right.
DM so crazy I can't even really say it what I want to say because if I start to say it, this gonna go left real quick here. I don't know what's gonna happen. No.
All right, I guess that's the end of the clip that they have here. What is my final thoughts? Absolutely shit content. I thought going into here there was gonna be battles, conversations, back and forth. Does body count? Questions regarding a thought's past. Does body count matter? What is it like being a single mother? Do you regret your decisions? But instead we get a disjointed mess of bullshit that added no value. Questions, comments, concerns. Y'all already know what to do. Mediocre tutorials and reviews at gmail.com. Here's the thing, though. I hope that they get it together. I hope that this is a fantastic podcast. There needs to be some new podcasts out on the scene in order to try to push and move the conversation forward. But perhaps that's putting too much of an expectation on podcasts like this. I just thought with Renner being there and Pearl being there, it would have been a little bit more interesting, but it is what it is. Well, I'll leave a link to this down in the description box down below in case you guys want to take a look at what other content that they had up on there. I believe it was an hour-long main show, and this was just a clip from the show. But yeah, the content is cheeks. Thought it would be better. A for effort, F for execution. But hopefully they can get better. To be continued. Until next time, you two. Peace!
You don't wanna see me me get vexed. Bars on your phone, tell a man you can't jack. The big girl, the ones who can't stretch. Breaking the neck when we in the car next. You don't wanna see me get vexed. Bars on your phone, tell a man you can't jack. The big girl, the ones who can't stretch. Breaking the neck when we in the car next. That bars need defibrillation ASAP. Get boxed with a straight guy. I'm reminded of mine